Especially when they travel to places like Los Angeles, New York, or Las Vegas, there's something different. They seem more relaxed, calm, and closer to each other. When they're in Korea, they have to be extra careful with everything they do. As idols, they live under a lot of pressure, constantly being watched by cameras, fans, the media, and even people who just follow them around to find fault. Korea is a country with a very orderly and respectful culture, where artists have to maintain their image very carefully. Everything is taken care of in detail. How they dress, how they speak, who they appear with in public, even who their friends are. And when it comes to personal relationships like the ones they might have with each other, the situation becomes even more sensitive. They're not allowed to show much affection in public, even with close friends. Because of that, they often have to hide things that to other people would be perfectly normal, like hugging, holding hands, or just being together without worrying about other people's judgment. However, when Jimin and Jungkook are abroad, everything changes. They seem freer. This can be seen from the way they walk side by side, the way they look at each other, and the way they talk. There is a different energy. Outside of Korea, they are no longer constrained by strict rules or judgmental stares. In America, for example, they can be more relaxed, have fun, and show affection more openly. And it's not just feelings. Many moments recorded by fans show Jimin and Jungkook acting very naturally and close while traveling. Sometimes they are seen taking pictures together, eating together, or accompanying each other to various events without having to hide it. Even in interviews or concerts abroad, they look at each other and laugh as if no one else is watching. Of course, this does not mean that they don't love their country. Korea is their home, the place where they were born, raised, and became the amazing artists they are today. However, it is undeniable that there are many unwritten rules in Korea about how idols should behave, and it can limit them even outside of work. The most beautiful thing about all of this is that when they have the chance, Jimin and Jungkook really take it to be their authentic selves. Their relationship is more than just friendship. Although of course there is that element. What they have between them is a real, strong, and very special connection. This is evident in the way they understand each other without having to say anything, in the way they support each other, and in the genuine care they show. Many fans believe that there is something deeper between Jimin and Jungkook, and that is very valid. Their relationship inspires love, trust, and respect. When we see them together, we don't just see two members of a famous group. We see two people who care for each other, understand each other, and choose to be together no matter what. In the past few days, fans have been buzzing about Jimin and Jungkook's trip abroad. It all started with a post on X, formerly Twitter, where someone claimed to have seen someone who looked exactly like Jimin in the United States. But the most interesting thing is, he wasn't alone. There was another man with him who also looked exactly like Jungkook. At first, they were hesitant to share it, but their curiosity grew. One message read, "Is Jimin in America now? Yesterday I saw someone who looked exactly like him." He wasn't alone, and the guy he was with looked exactly like Jungkook. This immediately caused a stir on social media, as it was rare for the two to appear together overseas without any official announcement. The story got more serious when another witness came forward and described the encounter as a date. The second witness said that Jungkook was seen putting his hand on Jimin's waist as they walked, a gesture that showed great closeness and trust. They were also carrying a camera. Why would they carry a camera if they weren't filming something special? That opened up a lot of possibilities. Some fans believed that they might be working on a new project, like a sequel to Are You Sure?, where they were previously seen together, cooking, joking around, and hanging out in a very natural way. And this isn't just speculation from one person. Several other witnesses at different times and places said the same thing. They saw Jimin and Jungkook together, looking close, relaxed, and happy. Some even said the way they walked, looked at each other, and talked was more like a couple than just friends. This isn't surprising to those who have followed the two for years. Longtime fans know that Jimin and Jungkook have a very strong and special connection. Not just because they're a perfect match on stage, but because of the small gestures, looks, smiles, words that show affection and trust. They've also been seen spending time together outside of work, hanging out, taking pictures in the same places, even sending indirect messages that they believe are meant for each other. That's why when they appear together overseas, the excitement among fans is skyrocketing. Not only because they're two very loved people, but because together they bring a very special energy. One of the most striking things about the latest sightings is how natural they behave. They walk casually, unhurriedly, without staff, without trying to hide. The cameras they carried suggested that the moment was important. It could be for a project, a personal record, or something we'll see in the future. But what's most touching isn't the cameras, but how they were together. While filming the video for Are You Sure?, they spent a few days in America, specifically in Connecticut and New York. There they not only worked but also shared private moments. In Connecticut, they're seen in a small diner, casually eating and drinking together without a crew or cameras. The place is known for being an inclusive and supportive space for the LGBT community. The choice of location doesn't feel like a coincidence. It's a place where they probably felt safe and free to be themselves. In New York, they're also seen having dinner at a restaurant called Antoya, which is also known for being a welcoming and supportive place for everyone. Again, they went without staff, just the two of them, like someone who wanted to spend a special time with someone important to them. All the places they visited had one thing in common: a space where they could be themselves without feeling watched or judged. They could look at each other, laugh, talk, and walk without hiding who they were. And it shows what they truly value: freedom, respect, and serenity. They were recently spotted taking a casual stroll through New York. A fan spotted them alone, unescorted, unhurried. It shows that they're returning to places where they feel comfortable. Places where they can be Jimin and Jungkook. No labels, no pressure. Given all of this, it's hard to call it a coincidence. It shows that their relationship is real, strong, and genuine. This isn't just a work friendship. This is a connection that has stood the test of time, seen in the way they seek each other out, keep each other company, and choose to be together away from the spotlight. Jungkook has said that feeling free is important to him, and he shows that on trips like this. Jimin also seems happy and at ease when they're together. They've never publicly stated their relationship, but they don't need to. Their actions speak for themselves. Seeing them share moments like this without having to hide in a place where they can be themselves is so heartwarming, because everyone deserves to love and be loved freely. And when two people like Jimin and Jungkook accompany each other in such a natural way, it's clear that their love is real. It doesn't matter if they say it or not. What matters is what we see. They choose each other, they care for each other, and they understand each other. And that, at any age, is something beautiful to see and appreciate.